Hello everyone, my name is Annelena and I will talk about two important aspects of communicative language testing. Communicative language testing aims to measure the performance of learners in communicative situations using the target language. The first idea that caught my attention from Fan's article is that it covers the four language skills, which are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. I feel like this is a very basic concept. However, teachers tend to forget that all of those are supposed to be in a communicative approach. I have seen in different MEP tests and assessments for everyday classes that usually it's speaking with a communicative approach, but when we go to only listening or only reading, it's more of a comprehension or did you memorize this? Do you remember this? But not so much on can you communicate with this information or is this information useful to communicate later. So I feel like even though this is a basic concept, it's very important for us to keep it in mind. Regarding this, Patrick Howard, a teacher from the British Council, offers the idea of collaborative reading as, as a way to include more communicative situations into communicative language testing. For example, reading in groups and talking about what you read or in pairs, or making predictions in pairs. Then he also um, offers this idea of making groups and everyone has a piece of information that they have to read and then they have to answer questions as a group with the information that every student has. So they have to collaborate with what they read individually in order to answer the questions. The second aspect that I want to highlight is the principle from the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education, bias for best, which means creating the assessment or the test with our students' best performance in mind. This means challenging without leaving students behind. Again, from what I have seen in MEP tests and activities, and from the syllables too, we are provided with specific scenarios and we are reminded of our students' age and level, but sometimes we take that as that we have to dial it down, while it actually means we have to keep this in mind in order to push them a little, because without challenge, we cannot grow. In this same bias for best principle, Jason Bale from Monash University tells us that stressful or distracting conditions can affect performance, which is why it is always very important that we create a safe environment for students and that they understand that the important idea here is to communicate effectively, to use our skills, to use everything that we have learned, and that this is not a reflection of their value. In conclusion, number one, I want to remind you that communicative language testing focuses on the four language skills and that we always have to keep our students' best performance in mind. Thank you.